Well, it's safe to say December didn't quite go as planned. Ladles and jelly spoons, welcome back to the channel. Let's just address the elephant in the room, shall we? What the hell happened to December? For those of you that can remember as far back as January 2024 and my first vlog of last year, you'll remember me saying that I had to take a hiatus in 2023. My god, 2023. It was a different time back then. I had to take a hiatus back in 2023 due to work pressure, and my absence in December was basically for exactly the same reason. For those of you that don't know, I work within theatre and education, and during the end of the year, November and December, I spend all of my waking time working on a musical. This year, last year, we put on Sweeney Todd. Now, I knew that November and December were going to be hard months, and I tried over the summer to prepare and put myself in a better place for November and December, and I was only marginally successful. Videos came out in November. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite get the December videos into a state that I was happy for them to be uploaded. The last video that I uploaded, technically of 2024, was my retrospective review of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Released in 2004 on the trusty old PlayStation 2, this is a game where you eat snakes, wrestle with alligators, and apparently sneak past baddies in a cardboard box. You know, just your typical Tuesday in the 60s. Ah, the 60s.
Snake! What happened? Snake! Snake!
I wanted to do it because I have so much love for that game, and I'm so anxious about its upcoming remake that I really wanted to get that video out. Now, people who have been watching the channel for a long time will probably have watched that video and thought to themselves, this very much has a first editing pass feel about it. And that's because basically that's what it was. It was the first edit pass of one of my videos. I would usually go back through it and add loads of images and additional video to highlight points about stuff that I'm talking about. I just didn't have the time, but I wanted to get that video out, and the first edit pass was acceptable enough in my books to put it out. I think it's still a good video, but it could be better. It has made me seriously think about looking at some of my earlier retrospective reviews, and indeed that one, and maybe doing definitive editions of, if that makes sense. So November and December is happening. I'm thinking it's okay, get through all of this work quagmire, and then I'll be able to crack on with YouTube when I've finally finished for Christmas. And you know, I can sort out YouTube, I can sort out Christmas, we'll be back on track. Now, this has probably happened to an awful lot of people. You can see your end date for Christmas looming, you're working right up until that date, you know, you're slugging your guts out, you're like, yes, come on, we can do this, we finally get over the finish line, and you get sick.
No, love, just chicken soup for me, I can barely breathe.
Man flu. Unfortunately, that sort of put my planning for Christmas out a couple of days, and in turn then put my returning to YouTube plan out of whack by a couple of days. And then Christmas, I was like, damn it. Now, Christmas was lovely, it was very nice, it was very chilled, it's just the sort of Christmas that I like. Nice family affair, Christmas dinner, presents, the cat sleeping in my old room. Genuinely, if I'd had my PlayStation there, it would have been like I was 16 again. So did the whole Christmas thing, spent a few days with the family, came back here ready for my annual Christmas hike with Mr. B from Mr. B's ukulele channel. Hello. Came off of that Christmas hike and was in bed again for 3 days with some horrific virus. The end of 2024 has got a lot to answer for. January 2025, Jesus, 2025. Pandemic was 5 years ago. The channel has been given its yearly lick of paint. Genuinely really liking the new aesthetic of the channel. Thank you very much to Engage.
Everybody got the time? Time. What's it, Dave? 9:15. It's 8:15. And that's the time that it's always been.
He is the chap responsible for the new intro and outro themes. They're absolutely spot on. I love them to pieces. He has done a couple of others, which you will probably hear at various points throughout the year. So, you know, look out for them. Despite the December hiatus, we did leave 2024 on a little bit of a high. The channel finally hit 500 subscribers. I finally hit 500 followers over on Instagram. Hello to all of you that have come over from Instagram. Hello. And I really just want to say again a massive thank you to all of the people who have subscribed to the channel, all of the people who, you know, engage with the videos, however you engage with them. Thank you. It means so much to us down here in the orbital broadcast bunker. And so, since we didn't get round to the December 2024 500 subscriber Q&A video, let's crack on with it now, shall we? Thank you to everyone who did submit a question. I'm really sorry if I miss your question, because I did that really stupid thing where I cast a really wide net and made the shout out for questions on pretty much all of my videos between like August and November. So it's fair to say I might have missed a couple. First question from Ethan the Griffin. If you weren't collecting video games, what would you collect? Well, my son, settle in, because game collecting ain't my first rodeo. When I was a wee lad, I was in awe of my grandfather's tie collection. Now, realistically, he probably only had about 10 or 15 ties, but when you're, you know, 7 years old, that's loads. And I really took that to heart. And when I was younger, I just collected neckties, like bow ties, and I had like hundreds. I used to go into like charity shops and find like the wackiest ones. And as I got older, I didn't so much stop collecting ties, I graduated onto collecting male accoutrements, other things that you could wear, you know, when you're suited and booted, such as pocket watches, cravats, pocket squares, tie pins, collar stays, you know, things that stick in your collar, that sort of thing. And then I went off to university, studied historical costume, and I still do have an awful lot of male dress accoutrements. I would kind of really like to find a way to merge the two into the channel. If anyone has any ideas on how that could work, please do let me know in the comments down below. Question 2 from Mr. Douglas. Hi Dad. The obligatory question, game of 2024. It's a good question, and it's not one that I definitely know I have a definitive answer for. I know that a lot of people have loved Astrobot. Fantastic game. I really don't understand people who are getting on their high horse about it being Game of the Year. What else have we had this year? Recent months, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Fantastic game. Metaphor Refantasio. Earlier on in the year, Tekken 8. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Was that this year? Yeah, that was this year, wasn't it? Yeah. Dragon's Dogma 2, that was this year. Was Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth this year. I keep saying this year, I mean last year, because it's 2025 now. Pandemic was 5 years ago. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, Helldivers 2, was brilliant. Black Myth Wukong, not a bad game, just not one that I gelled with, let's just say that. Star Wars Outlaws, Homeworld 3, Stellar Blade, Harold Halibut actually, that was a game from this year. That was pretty damn good as a little adventure game. I think it came out on Games Pass. Oh god, the other one that, what's his face, Matt Berry did the voices for. Thank goodness you're here. Fun game. Genuinely really fun game. Sandland was alright. It wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. Botany Manor, nice sort of like chilled out cozy game. Senua's Sacrifice 2 or Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. 2. I've not really mentioned any Wii games. I'm aware of that. Not Wii games, sorry. Switch games. Mario Wonder this year? Super Mario Wonder, was that this year? Or was that last year? And did Mario and Luigi Brotherhood, did that come out or not? Of the new releases of 2024, I'm going to have to narrow it down to 2. Otherwise, I'm going to be here all day trying to work out which of these games I actually think is better than the other. My first one is Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. I enjoy the ludicrousness of the Warhammer 40k universe. And the second would be Metaphor ReFantasio, Atlas's new IP, better obviously known for Shin Megami Tensei and the Persona series. It'd be very interesting to see what they do with this new IP. I really enjoyed Metaphor because it felt like a standalone game. Now I know Atlas will probably do like a follow-on to it or like a spin-off from it, much as like the Persona games are a spin-off from the Shin Megami Tensei series. I just enjoyed the fact that this was its own separate thing. It's very much a new skin on an old game because the gameplay mechanics are pretty much the same as any other Atlas game. There you go, they're my standout 2 games from 2024. Question 3 from the man they call Pixel Paul.
So, yeah, thank you.
Before we get around to answering Pixel Paul's question, there aren't going to be any video game pickups in this month's vlog, apart from this one, because I bought it because Pixel Paul posted about it. And that game is, right, ready, first flip of 2025. It's going to go wrong. Hooray! X Squad. The year is 2037. That's not that far away. Terrorists have taken over a secret military complex. X Squad, an elite covert force, is called in to eliminate the enemy and regain control. Ash, Maya, Judd, Melinda. Pixel Paul asks, which is your favourite video you've put together for your channel? Right, well the easy and lazy answer to that is the video I'm working on at the minute. I'm always trying to make my videos, I don't want to say like better than the last one I've done, but like I have a standard that I like to try and keep my videos at. And the only way I think you're ever hitting that standard is if you're trying to make them better, if that makes sense. If you're trying to do better, if you're trying to improve your videos. That's how you sort of maintain a good standard, if that makes sense. Of all the videos I've ever done, there are definitely 2 that stand out as ones I always sort of come back to. First one is an early retrospective review. I think it's the retrospective review for Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Back then, I didn't have like the trio, I didn't have Keith, Pat and Kai talk about games. I would do little individual sketches in between the reviews. And some of them are good, some of them are not so good. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis retrospective review has got an early prototype version of Pat Whitemuffin in it as a second-hand car dealer.
Ah, Bob Nemesis. Best goddamn second-hand car dealer I ever have done gone hired. Every person I send to him ends up buying. On account I think they're too scared to say no, but he gets a 5-star rating on every transaction. Goes again. Well done, Bob.
It just makes me laugh every time I think of it, the line that he says in it.
Ah, Bob Nemesis.
Has Pat called him Bob? Or did the Nemesis come in and try to disguise his my name's Bob?
If you're not here to buy a car, my son, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
The second is not one of my gaming videos, it's one of my old sketch comedy videos. It's not one to watch with your kids around, it's a Blue Language Planet.
This is our planet's hothouse, the jungle.
Bloody hell, Brenda. Where the hell are we? I don't know, love. I think we possibly should have turned left at Mozambique. Oh, for sake. Right, back we go.
It was very much a video that I got the idea for at like 2 AM in the morning and thought, that's funny, let's do that. Minty asks, 2025 resolutions? I just want the channel to kind of keep going. Despite the December hiatus, I am incredibly proud of the fact that for most of 2024 I managed to put out 2 videos each and every week. And you know, that's what this entire video is about, you know, sort of saying thank you to all of the people who have taken the time to subscribe to the channel watch the videos and, like I say, engage with the videos in any way, shape or form. You know, even over on Instagram as well. It will forever blow my mind that people enjoy the daft videos that I make, dressing up, pretending to be a really old man who's obsessed with tea and badgers, or putting on my dad's old suit from the 70s, waffling on about, you know, Street Fighter EX3. It's very humbling and surreal. My resolutions as far as the channel goes for 2025 are just, you know, keep going, just keep doing it. I really enjoy doing it. I enjoy engaging with all the people that engage with the videos, engage with all the posts. I apologise to people over on Instagram. I am really bad at properly interacting with people over on Instagram, and it probably annoys some people. I do apologise. I do see all of the tags and the love that my posts get and stuff like that, and if I have ever not reciprocated back, I apologise, but I'm usually at work and I'm probably 10 foot in the air up a ladder. Not the best time to be replying to Instagram comments. And finally, Mr. Barker asks the question, who is your favourite character to play when you do your videos? And of the other characters that you used to do a long time ago, which would you consider bringing in for a guest appearance? Okay, which is my favourite character to play? Well, I mean, they've all got problems, haven't they? Keith is a really fun character to play because he's just a doddery old man, and I just like the fact that he's a doddery old man that doesn't really sort of understand what he's doing here, but he wants to get involved. Pat's brilliant because he's very easy to just pick up and take elsewhere. I have tried to, in the past, do some side filming with Pat. In fact, I took Pat with me to Japan, and one day I will get round to editing that video.
Just looking on the right train. I think you'll actually find I am in Japan. Just make sure Keith don't mess up while I'm not there.
But the problem with taking Pat out on location, a lot of the time, the minute you get that pipe out, somebody has something to say. I'll say most of the time. Most of the time, if you explain what you're doing, and you explain that the pipe is a prop, and you let them examine the pipe, they understand. They might look at you a little bit funny, but they understand and they sort of kind of go, okay, and they sort of wander off. It does seem to be, and I'm not trying to stereotype security guards of a certain age, but sometimes, no matter what you do or say, the minute you get that pipe out, you are apparently breaking the law. Yeah, I've had some quite funny interactions this year, especially when you're doing it by yourself. And of the other characters that you used to do a long time ago, which would you consider bringing in for a guest appearance? That's hard because I think an awful lot of my old characters are just proto versions of Pat and Keith. I don't know if I've done that many other characters. Maybe the Marquess of TripAdvisor? He's definitely a character I'd love to bring back in some way, shape or form.
The Marquess of TripAdvisor.
Going to Rutland Water? Do not go to the cafe at the fishing lodge. We had breakfast there last Saturday, and it came to us cold and at £6.95. It was very poor, and the service was bad. The young lad did not know how to work the till. I fish a lot at Rutland Water, but will not be going to the new cafe again.
Or the influencer character that I did a skit about.
Oh, hi guys! Welcome back! Today is all going to be about exclusive clothes. Mumsy! Oh my god, I love you, Mumsy. Oh, thank you so much for taking shopping. Oh my god, you're absolutely amazing, Mumsy. No, I love you. No, I love you more. No, Mumsy. No, Mumsy, I clearly love you more. Mumsy, I love you more. No, Mumsy, this is what I'm saying. I love you more. Mumsy, shut up, Mumsy, go away.
The trouble is with both those characters, it takes me a good, 10-20 minutes to get all of the makeup and costume on.
I've got to warn you, I'm totally, tired today, because there was a cement mixer outside our house all last night. I mean, it wasn't turned on, but you know.
And with that, Ladles and Jelly Spoons, I think we're going to bring this first vlog of 2025 to a close. If you have made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. Please let me know what you liked and maybe what you didn't like in the comments down below. If this is the first video of Kohigh Mathy's that you are seeing and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please be sure to rectify that by, clicking the old subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the old like button and let me know that you liked it. And if you disliked it, well, you can always hit the dislike button, but again, let me know what you disliked in the comment section down below. Have an absolutely fantastic start to 2025, whatever it is that you're doing, and we'll see you in February. Cheerio.